How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about The Flash, Season 6, Episode 16, titled So Long and Good Night. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This episode is interesting. So we have Carver, I believe is his last name. Yes, Carver. Hiring Ragdoll to kill Joe. We have Barry Speed going down. Obviously, this episode in and of itself revolves around Barry and Singh trying to get Joe to go into witness protection because, someone's trying to kill him, that being Joseph Carver, and Joe refusing. And this episode, along with this, we also have Ralph and Cisco going after Sue Dearborn. Again, because Sue returns! Woo! But yeah, that's like a side thing that doesn't really. What pans out from the Sue thing is that we find out why she's stealing from all these banks. It turns out that the owner of the banks, Joseph Carver, is blackmailing her parents. Swings and roundabouts. The main villain of the season is the main villain of the season. So that's the end of that part of the thing. Well, she also has an alias that's British, apparently. It is what it is, honestly. But yes, now back to Joe and thing. Obviously, with Ragdoll threatening the West House, well, that's Joe, Cecile, technically, well, not really Iris because Iris is in the mirror. Fake Iris, who's really, I guess, Eva or something. But yeah, so he's threatening the lives of everyone. In order to get at Joe, Peter Merkel is his name, apparently. I don't care. I like Ragdoll better. Ragdoll kidnaps Cecile. And puts her on a pressure bomb, I believe is what they're called. Anyway, this causes Joe to kind of switch places with Cecile on the chair so that it doesn't blow. Barry's speed, as we know, is going down. Unfortunately, Barry has failed to save Joe twice this episode. Once when his car had the brakes cut, and a second time when Ragdoll shot at Joe. One of the bullets hit his shoulder. And with this, with Barry was told to go save Cecile, right? So he goes. He tries to save Joe. He does not make it in time. Barry is seconds late. But Joe isn't dead. Joe managed at the last possible second to pull the correct wire of the many green wires. They're all the same color, but he's supposed to pull the green wire. From what I saw, I don't know if this is just me seeing things, but it looked like the right green wire, the one that Joe pulled, was like a lighter shade of green than the others, which, hell, it makes sense. I mean, I guess that was more for us as a visual. Like, I don't think it's like meant to be that way, but like it's just like that as a visual for us to know that that's the right wire, and Joe is grabbing onto it and he's gonna be saved. I didn't notice it at first until after the fact. I didn't realize it. Sorry, until after the fact, and so I thought I thought he had died. I was so happy. I was gonna be like, oh, thank God, we're not gonna go on a senseless death rant. You guys know my opinion on deaths that aren't necessary for the sake of quote unquote character development. Now, of course, after this, Joe decides, yeah, I'm going into witness protection. I can't keep fighting it. And then we find out, lo and behold, David Singh is it David Singh? He's another mirror doppelganger, which is strange. And Eva then claims that no one will get at Carver but her, and so now now it seems interesting. So she then has a mirror delivered to her I'm guessing ex-husband at this point, and they have a lovely conversation. Right, the conversation tells they had visions for the world. Obviously, they're not the same vision because Carver and Eva seem to hate each other. That's pretty much stated. She wants an apology from Carver. Obviously, she's not gonna get it. You know how it is. Carver's the villain. Villains don't apologize, and she seems to be some kind of weird anti-hero type thing. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm now curious where this Eva storyline's going. We know Carver's the villain, probably. You never know, honestly. But yeah. So I'm curious where it's gonna go. Who knows? I guess. And then Barry and Iris, or Iris, quote unquote, Mirror Iris, have a conversation where Iris sort of flips out. I'm gonna call her. So the Mirror Iris kind of flips out on Barry, and she tells him to leave. She kicks Barry out and claims that she is no longer Barry's home. And as this is stated, the watch goes from yellow. Barry's watch goes from yellow to red, and we see that Barry's just angry, right? He's just furious. Like, I think Mirais has done what, like, Eobard Thawne failed to do. And obviously, we know Barry's speed is failing. Like, he can barely breathe, according to Barry. Like, he says it himself. I can barely catch my breath. Which, honestly, I'm wondering, when are they going to build the positive speed force, as it were? Because this is looking like we're going to get it, like, maybe first episode of next season. And that's not good for the story. Like, that means... Now, obviously, it's not good for the story, but, like, the reason, if they do that, it'd be because of the current human malware pandemic, which we're not going to cover. That's something we can't talk about on this platform, as we don't want the big boys who own the platform to suppress this video. You all hell and back. But yeah, and as of that is the end of the episode. Obviously, Allegra and Nash are still at odds. I kind of skimmed over that because nothing has changed in that regard, and I need a better frame rate camera because, yeah, apparently my hands move at more than 30 FPS. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe for new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.